Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Genshin Impact. We're continuing. I have already got the new character. Oh, what? I got the new character, Marika. That's the Archon. That's pretty cool. She's pretty sick. I love this bike. And just moving around. It's so fun. And I got the Hutao skin. I need the Hutao skin. Like, I needed it. God, I need it. It's so cool, this skin. Actually, I really like it. But we need to continue on the main story quest. But I can't, like, continue because I need to go here. I don't know why. And I'm getting attacked. I can't because I'm in combat. God damn it, stupid boat. Let me just turn into it. Like, I need to do this quest somehow. Is this like a story quest that I'm not knowing about? Is this a story quest?
Oh
Oh god, this shit is wise.
I'd leave her be. The warriors of the Flower Feather clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public.
Oh, Chasca?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices us.
Oh, so these are story quests. So is this like Chaska's story quest like?
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now?
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in and catch her. I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. Well, in the Flower Feather clan, there's an elite flying squad made up of Kukasaur riders. But it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also win the approval of the Kukasaurs. Very few candidates make it through the process. Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt, but unfortunately she didn't pass.
No, oh, okay.
So it's not hard to see why she's so upset. Sometimes, after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying tests and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so disheartened that they give up on their dream to soar the skies. They resolve to quit trying for good. We call those people the wingless.
Do they get expelled from the tribe?
What? No, of course not. They're still prized warriors. We have a saying. Just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe treasures each one of its children. This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the future of our tribe on their shoulders. Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Likewise for the wingless, we always hold out hope that one day, when they're ready, they'll rekindle their dreams and keep trying. Until then, all we can do is quietly watch over them from a distance.
Ah, okay. Paimon hopes she'll get back on her feet soon.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. Yeah. People from my tribe call to their Saurian companions by whistling or blowing a horn. So it sounds like Koyer was trying to summon a Kukasaur to practice her flying. But the Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would never respond to a lackluster whistle like that. First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only gonna hurt her confidence further.
Surely there must be something we can do to help.
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally, she's stuck in a rut. If she wants to return to the sky, she has to overcome that for herself. I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse.
Koyer still isn't giving up. Even though Chaska said that she has to do this by herself, Paimon can't help feeling like maybe we can nudge her in the right direction. What if we could get a Kukasaur to fly up to her? That might give her the confidence boost she needs.
I was really not planning on doing this, but seems like I'm forced to. I can't do this. Oh wait, I can do this. I want to do the Archon quest instead. Guess I'm stuck doing this now. We can do. I want to do Chaska's quest later, and now I do not actually know how we get it back. I guess we do. Actually really need. So this is like the tribe's story quests. Wow. Okay. But I need to do this because I want to keep building my Marika. And I can level her talents even higher because I do not have the balls.
I brought all the stuff over, Coach. What's next?
Oh god, she's not voiced.
All right, I'll start by moving the boxes.
I'll help you. These things can get pretty heavy.
Nah, I got this. These muscles aren't just for show, you know.
Fine, as long as you don't wind up too sore to move tomorrow. I don't want to hear any complaints from you.
Just
How much
prepare
of
to
this
be
is
amazed.
voiced?
What? My back. I knew I should have trained harder.
How much of this shit is voiced, actually? Then we do Chasca's story quest. Can I probably just take her on? Or her tribe's quest.
Kukasaur! I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely.
Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying practice together? I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns. So, I just gotta practice my bell tail slides and split S maneuvers. Also, I really want to try some stall turns and cobra maneuvers. Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Is someone else trying to summon a Kukasaur? Hey! Wait! Wait! Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check. Chasca! I summoned a Kukasaur! They do still respond to me after all! Although, unfortunately, someone else summoned it away again before I had a chance to go for a flight.
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again.
You're right. You know, I almost thought about giving up, but I'm glad I didn't. Hey, Chaska, how's Koyer doing?
I would rather do this in
Who are you?
the other one.
And how do you know my name?
These are my, friends.
I don't know why.
The Traveler
How
and
long is this gonna
Paimon.
take? I really wanna
You came up in
just play
conversation the other
the
day because
quests
I
with
was telling them
the
about
voices.
up-and-coming warriors in our tribe.
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. What do you mean up and coming? I'm closer to being wingless than I am to passing the trial. Anyway,
It has been so
we
long
haven't
though.
met before, have we? You look so familiar somehow.
Maybe you saw her in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. She's been all over Natlan lately, so it's not surprising that you've seen her around.
If you say so.
Koyer! Chaska!
There's somebody coming flying.
Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh, Elder Alpa! What's the matter?
I thought I should tell you myself. We're going to redo the flying trials.
Redo them? How come? This is so unexpected. And I can't believe you came out here just to tell us that in person.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began. Then we started to notice many candidates performing worse than expected. So we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely impacted candidate performance. This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly.
Oh,
I
she
know it
actually
doesn't
has a
make up for
vision.
it, but I thought bringing you this message in person was the least I could do.
Oh,
Chaska, these people you're with, are they the Traveler and Paimon?
huh? You've heard of us?
I have indeed. Gathering intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made quite a name for yourself in Natlan.
Hospitality? Oh, that includes food, right?
Of course it does. If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss.
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon counts too?
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of our tribe.
The Flower Feather Clan seems like a really nice bunch of people. We definitely need to take her up on this offer.
Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid I still have to inform the other candidates about the retrials. With our younger generation's future on the line, there's no time to lose.
Wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help! The sooner everyone gets the news, the better.
Very well. In that case, Chaska, could I leave you to entertain our guests?
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the Obsidian Totem Pole later.
Okay.
All right, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and ask. That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call, That was your doing, wasn't it?
Nope.
I grew up with these creatures. I could tell something was off the second I saw it. Her whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you. So I figure you must have been pulling the strings somehow. She looked very flustered when Koyer asked for a ride, so I whistled to give her a chance to escape. And judging by the look on your face, that was a welcome intervention, huh? It's all right. If you'd rather your hidden talents remain hidden, I respect that. I won't press you for answers, and I'll keep my speculation. You're the kind of person I'd still trust even if you had superpowers. I know you'd use them for good. I think the ends justify the means in this case. She just lacked confidence, and you helped her resolve her internal conflict. If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my mom to help out instead. Although, having said that, there's a small chance she might have recognized her and seen through the whole thing. That would have done more harm than good. Yeah. Anyway, if you're free now, how about I give you that tour I promised?
Rise with the sun!
But this one then seems to be like voice. Most of it seems like to be voice, so I might actually start doing all these. I really lost interest in the game because of the voice. Not all voices are.
Ready? Uh-oh. Are they fighting? Should we try and break them up?
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
Combat training? A little young for that, aren't they?
Not to us. We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were the most elite troops in the nation, responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan. And even though times have changed, we've kept our martial spirit alive.
Hey, is that chasca?
Chasca, you're back.
Oh, can you come train with us?
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler and Paimon around.
The Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior and legendary flying expert?
Yep, that's us, all right.
Awesome. It's so cool that you can fly without having to ride a Kukusaur. Even Chasca could only do that for short distances. Miss Traveler,
flying
can
expert.
you teach me some cool sword tricks?
Oh, Miss Traveler, my family's shop makes the best volcano cake. You gotta try it.
Let's behave ourselves,
That's
everyone.
more Paimon you
These
should
people are here
get
as our
to eat
guests.
food.
They're going to meet Elder Alpa in a few minutes anyway. Kotini, instead of being jealous of other people's talents, why not work on developing your own? Kapak, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the basics. Have you done all your sword drills today? And Yatlan, easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
Okay.
Plugging the family business. Oh god.
Sorry about those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. Hope it didn't bother you too much. This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
Whoa, it smells amazing! Traveler, you want some?
Well, that's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chaska, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon expected. Paimon figured you'd be more... aloof, maybe?
Aloof, huh? Well, to be fair, there was a period when I was like that. Around the time when I first joined the tribe. But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful resolution into a stalemate that can only be... Yep, exactly. As long as other options are available, I try to avoid that at all costs. Someone once told me that peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. But peace achieved through genuine dialogue actually benefits both sides, even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because they're both armed to the teeth.
That's true. Hey, Chaska!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you.
Oh, thanks. Traveler, Paimon, got a dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution? Grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chaska to make even running away sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything later.
So this is the guy.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the traveler in Paimon. I heard Chasca was with you, but I suppose she's run away again, has she?
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I? Only her father. She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. That's 3 out of 4.
Oh, God.
Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth parents abandoned her. It's lucky those wild cuckoosaurs found her when they did, or she wouldn't have made it. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was practically feral at that point. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight, or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian in human form.
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
We later discovered that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. So, we started trying to bring it under control. But ultimately, she's the only one who can control it.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she thinks it'll stop you guys from worrying about her.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition ever took a turn for the worse, she wouldn't be brushing it aside like this. It's just, every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss, of course. Oh no, that's all fine. She's been living dangerously again. I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding the checkups.
Yeah, Paimon can see her doing that.
Oh. In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye on her. Now Koichi's gone, and I don't want to lose another daughter. Chasca's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it somehow. Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful for me. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop putting herself in harm's way.
He's right there.
Whoa, where did the time go? We should be back up with Chasca before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right? Hey, Chasca. Hey, Alba.
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say? I was sometimes a little impulsive back then.
That's putting it mildly.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back and had Cusco and his family take you in. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior of the Flower Feather clan.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chasca back to the tribe?
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom. Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized. I clashed with everyone who had to deal with me.
And look at you now. Renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf on the front line. So stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe? At least Paimon figured that's how your tribe would work.
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial prowess alone.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter in the tribe could take me down. Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City, Ashkanatlan, to try and prove myself. But it was foolish of me. I wasn't ready. I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was something, I suppose.
And yet, You still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination. All while battling those old injuries.
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler, Paimon, there are some simple refreshments on the table. Please help yourselves.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part! They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space.
Oh my god. Of course, she wants more food.
Paimon is so full.
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality, feel free to stay with us as long as you like.
Elder Alpa? There's, something's come up.
What happened? Is it serious? Shall I deal with it?
It's... Some merchants showed up, not from our tribe. They said they're here to discuss some potential collaboration with us. Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants. You shouldn't be trying to do everything at your age.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
Huh. Well, much obliged. Chasca, the remaining wingless are all people you know. Let's see. Pishika now manages the floating target balloons. Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the feathered prize, and Junam spends her days up on the flying platform, staring at the Cinder City. I'll leave you to tell them the news.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, Pashika?
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly...
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials. Huh? Mutoda?
Ah, did Alpa send you? I was just telling Pashika the news, actually. The way things are with the tribe these days? I mean, you don't need me to tell you. This...
Ah, come on, boss. Do you have any idea how long it's been? I've been wingless for years now. I'm not cut out for that anymore. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to defend the tribe. But there's really no point in me trying out for the flying squad now. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless. Elder Alpa's perseverance is something else. And it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with my hot air balloons, I can still reach the skies. Handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react, the looks on their faces, that's enough for me.
Finding something you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial. It's worth holding on to.
Fair enough. It's your choice. I won't force you.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, you'll see why I love it so much. No problem. If you ever want to give it a try, you know where to find me.
A retrial? What's the point?
Muskar, I can assure you, Kukasaurus wouldn't judge you for something like that.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit, or just don't have the talent. Not everyone's a natural. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have their heads in the clouds. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna treat myself to a few more games of Eyes on the Feathered Prize.
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a total lost cause.
He used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaurus approval.
Are all Kukasaurs so strict? The ones in floating target balloons and Eyes on the Feathered Prize seem pretty chilled out.
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take to the skies with a human life on your back. Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Kukasaur themselves. If the rider makes a mistake, they both suffer the consequences. So we have a mutual understanding with the Kukasaurs. If someone isn't up to standard, we have to reject them. Hey, Junan. Gazing out at Ochkanatlan again, huh?
Chasca? What are you doing here? Is something up?
The flying squad is hosting retrials again soon. Want to give it another try?
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless. I've failed so many times already that I've decided to call it quits for good.
Another
done.
quitter.
Elder Alpa always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is coming up, and it's nice of her to think of me. But nothing's gonna change.
They're making some big changes to the arena this time, so the flying experience should be smoother than before. Koyer's gonna try again.
Come on.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, the location shouldn't affect my chances. A true rider can fly confidently whatever the conditions, like you and Elder Alpa.
Shunan! They're redoing the... Huh? Chasca and the Traveler. You're already here. I guess they told you already then. Come on, let's go train together.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
What? Why? But you've always looked up to Elder Alpa. She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it in the end. If she can do it, why can't you?
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail in front of her yet again.
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. Alright, well, how about we just treat this as you being my mentor? Then will you train with me?
I mean...
Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up in the air and figure it out as we go.
Wait! Hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
They've been best friends since they were kids. If anyone knows how to get Junan out of a rut, it's Koyer. You helped Koyer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. You know, people often talk about how one conflict leads to another and so on. But sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction instead.
Quest complete. Okay, that's not...
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
The trial arena.
Ah, it's not done.
It's not far from the tribe.
What did it say completed? Oh, Act 2. There's more acts. Okay. Then we're gonna keep going. I was like, this is not that long.
Oh, hey there, Chasca. Did Elder Alpa send you?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now. How are things looking here?
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders caused by repeat abyss invasions. Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself?
Okay, so I just need to break these. I can do that.
Gaseous phlogiston is being replenished.
There we go.
Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
Wow, you took care of everything in no time at all. Incredible. Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston is fully replenished.
Actually, Inkanak, I'd like to do a test flight first.
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena ready.
There could all the more reason to have me test it out. Think of it as another inspection.
I guess you're right. With your flying skills, you won't be in any serious danger, even if...
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable, but a test flight is the only way to catch any lingering issues.
All right, I'll get things set up for you.
Okay, because I'm supposed to go.
Are you ready? This should be a piece of...
Sure.
All right, then...
That was amazing. Paimon couldn't take her eyes off you.
No, nothing major. Give it a few days, and we should be able to conduct the trials.
Help! Help me! You're from the Flower Feather clan, right? Please, come quick, you've got to help us!
Catch your breath first. What's the situation?
We got attacked by a Kukasaur. My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were transporting. Please, I'm begging you, save them!
Huh? Are Kukusaurs really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people unprovoked?
Not in my experience, but there are exceptions to every rule. Let's go check it out.
What happened here?
Chasca? Traveler? This is a surprise.
Elder Alpa? Huh. So, where's this aggressive Kukusaur we've heard about?
Already flew away. Looks like it backed off once it realized that reinforcements were coming.
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first place? Was it after the food?
No. These merchants are even transporting food.
Ah! Thank goodness! The phlogiston wings are intact!
Phlogiston wings.
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These phlogiston wings are our most prized goods. If anything happened to them, it would ruin us.
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us? Wormy told me about you.
Yeah, that's us. So I take it you're Elder Ulpa?
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey. Not to mention shaking up from the attack.
But Elder Ulpa, what about the Kukasaur attack?
Well, our guests here weren't seriously injured, and their goods are intact. Perhaps that Kukasaur was just having a bad day. There are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we need to pursue it any further.
Huh? Did you say flying trials? What a coincidence! Sounds like a perfect use case for our phlogiston wings. You'll be...
Oh, really? Now I'm intrigued.
Well then, let's forget all about this Kukasaur attack for now. We have...
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going.
A bloodstain.
The Flower Feather Queen should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon.
The trials begin. Let's see.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time. Although, can't say the same for the Kukusaurs. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa, they're using jetpacks. What?
Whoa! We're really flying! I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a Kukasaur.
These phlogiston wings are awesome!
What the? Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all on their own?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of gaseous phlogiston.
That's incredible.
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility and responsiveness in times of crisis. Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I really just fly on my own without the help of a Kukasaur?
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just passed a flying trial.
Elder Ulpa?
Should this really count as a pass? If we did the trial using phlogiston wings?
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to ride a Kukasaur, does it?
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chasca had to ride a Kukasaur in a trial, right? And the whole point of the trial is to test both your flying technique and your ability to work with a Saurian companion.
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
Chasca, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
Right? That's what I think too.
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards if they're using...
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this, and now you're saying it doesn't count?
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing systems in our tribe. Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new assessment criteria, tailored to...
You all raise valid points. But Chasca, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, it would probably take years to put it into practice. We lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces and boost morale in this trying time. And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junan.
Huh? Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you! Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back was by relying on yourself.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Kukasaurs are attacking the merchants again!
Again? Okay, everyone, stay put while I...
Huh?
They're definitely up to some shady stuff.
So much help like that! And then Elder Alpha and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Oh, it's back! It found us again!
Curses! She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings! Get back here and let's fight!
Stop! All of you!
Chasca! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing! What's going on? Why isn't she doing anything?
So it really is you, sister.
Wait, sister? That Kukusaur is Chasca's sister?
Koya, wait!
Is Chasca gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chasca, are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry. No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. Once she's shaken you off, you'll never catch up to her. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide-and-seek when we were kids. Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukasaurs. Anyway, she and I grew up in the nest together. Her name's Koya, and she's my big sister. We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Until the day I was sent back to live with the humans. Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around each other, but she's not fond of other humans. When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more reluctant to interact with humans.
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you away from her.
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends at first. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe, so whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild and vent to Koya.
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with Saurians to your own kind back then.
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. With a new mom and dad, a new tribe, and Koichi, I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to understand their behavior. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She sought me out and asked if I was willing to leave the tribe and go live in the wilderness with her. As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement on purpose.
So, how did you answer her?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up my mind to embrace my new family and accept my human identity. But I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She took my hesitation as an answer. She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. We hadn't seen each other since, well, until today. Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. But Koya had already asked Mom not to tell me where she'd moved to. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't press the issue. And I didn't go looking for her. If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. Even if she doesn't want to see me. For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe. And see what Mutota and Elder Alpa have in mind.
So, I hear there's been another Kukasaur attack.
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
Hey, show a little respect. The Kukasaurs are our partners.
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't give a hoot about the rest of us.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings, Do we even need the Kukasaurs anymore?
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to protect our tribe without them?
I didn't mean it like that.
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad will lose its prestigious position?
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Chasca, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't you going to nip it in the bud?
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything. The real source of conflict here is the phlogiston wings. And what happened with Koya.
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild Kukasaurs and humans are no more common than those between people.
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether our tribe needs the Kukasaurs at all.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkon's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by the Pyro Archon, Chasca. To prevent things from deteriorating further, I'd like to task you with restoring peace to the tribe.
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan, and the Flower Feather clan has no right to ask more of you.
Thank you.
And don't forget about Paimon. Just leave this to us.
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It's possible. Leave it with me. Also, Chasca, could you try to keep a low profile while you're out there digging around?
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do it, that should give us something to work with. Unlikely. Given how she reacted when I showed up, I don't think she's forgiven me. If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator. Let's go see my mom.
I just looked up. This quest is extremely long. Like, these ones are extremely long. So, I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna be back in the next episode where we're gonna continue on the story quest. I still don't know when we're doing the Archon quest. I need to look up, like, how much is dialogue and how much is not dialogue. How many characters voiced. I really want to check that out. I do not want to do it if, like, almost every character in the story quest is not voiced. Then that I do not want to do. But I'm gonna say thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.